Good morning, students. In the last practical, we will see the practical number 5. Now, in this practical, we will see the next practical, that is practical number 6, that is program to implement classes and object. This practical is depend upon second unit, that is classes and object. Okay. First, we will see the theory about this practical. See the minimum theoretical background. First concept, that is as class. Class is a user-defined data type. We know that the class is a user-defined data type which holds its own data members and associated member functions which can be accessed and used by creating an instance of the class. A class is nothing but the collection of objects. By using a class, we are creating the instance, that means object of that particular class. Then, what is the class contains? The class contains two attributes. First one is its data members and second one is its associated member functions. Okay, data members means class attributes and member function means the operation which is done on that particular attributes. That is mean by functions. Okay, so in short, a class is a user-defined data type which contains two attributes, that is data members and member functions. Okay, then next term is the object. An object is an instance of the class. The object definition tells that object is nothing but an instance of a class. When a class is defined, no memory allocated, but when it is instantiated, that means whenever we are creating an object, at that time memory is allocated. That means, in short, a class is an collection of object and object is an instance of a class. Object is any real-time entity. Consider any real-time entity as an object. And C++ is an object-oriented language. The feature of the C++ is it is object-oriented. That means everything is considered as an object in a C++ program. Let's see the syntax for declaring a class and object. How to declare a class in a C++? At the time of the lecture, we will see how to define a class and object. Once again, I repeat, what is how to declare a class? By using a class keyword, we are defining a class in a C++ program. First, here we want to use a class keyword. Then after that, there is an class name. Here you want to specify any name for that particular class. Then opening and curly bracket and ending curly bracket, that means a class ending with always semicolon. Okay, this is a starting. Here class will start and here class will end. And I already told that a class contains a data members and member function. By using access specifier, we are defining a class members, that means variables, and class functions, that means methods to that particular class. And in that function, we will write the body of that particular method. Okay, in a function bracket, we are writing a definition of that particular function. Okay, this is the syntax for defining a class. Then, let's see how to declare an object. When a class is defined, only the specification for an object is defined. No memory or storage is allocated. To use the data and access the functions defined in a class, you need to create an object. Okay, and whenever you are creating an object, at that time memory gets allocated to that particular class. How to declare an object? First, you want to define a class name and then you want to define a object name. For example, there is one class student and S3 is an object of that particular class student. Suppose you want to create another one object of the student class, then you can create that particular two objects by using student std1 comma std2. Two objects are separated by the comma. Then here one note is given for accessing the data members and member function. We are using a dot operator. That means the data members and member functions of a class that are accessed by using a dot operator. For example, if the name of the object is std and you want to access the member function with the name getData, then you will have to write std.getData. The getData function is written in the class, and by using the object and dot operator, you are calling the function. Then here, how to write the member function in a class is given here. There are two ways to define a member function in a class. There are two ways for defining a member function in a class. First one is the inside the class definition. That means in the class, whenever you are declaring a function, at that time you are writing a body of the function. Next, you can also define the class. You can also define the function outside of the class also, outside of the class definition also. How to define that? First, you want to provide the return type, after that class name. Then by using the scope resolution operator, you are calling the function with its arguments outside of the class, and within a curly braces you are writing a body for that particular function. Operation is written here. The function definition is written here. Okay. Now you want to solve these questions, practical related questions. First question is what? You want to solve all these three questions. First question is, what is the difference between struct and class in C++? What is here? You want to write the difference between classes and structures. Then here you want to provide here output. Compile the particular program and write the output. Then next, third question. In third question, there is one question. Data items in a C++ class are by default public. If it is true, then write true, and its answer, or suppose its answer is false, then write false. Write the true or false for this question. Okay. Then exercise. In a exercise, you want to perform three questions. In first, what is the first question? Write a C++ program to declare a class book having data members, book name, author and price. Then accept and display the data for book having maximum price. Then here in this example, you want to declare one class book. That book class having a data member name, price, and declare another one variable. Here you want to create a one class book. In that book class, you want to declare three variables: book name, author and price. Okay. Then in that class, you want to define or declare two member function. First member function get data. The get data member function is used to accept the data. That means get data function enters the value, enters the name for the book, price for author for the book, and price for that particular book. That three values are accepted by using a get data function. Then declare another one function, display function. In the display function, here you want to pass two parameters because here book is here two objects of a book class is created. So here declare two parameters. Then by using a get data function, you want to enter a value for a book name, book price, and book author. And while you are writing a display function, at that time first you want to compare the condition, okay, because here you want to display the book details having a highest price. That means here you want to compare the data of two books. That means if B1 dot price, that means first book price is greater than B2 book's price, B2 dot price, that means second book price, then display the details of first book. That means book 1 is having greater price, else display the message as book 2 having a greater price. Okay, then write the main function. In the main function, you want to create a two objects of a book class, book B1 and book B2. Then get data and display function will call by using the objects. Then while you are executing this particular program, you want to enter the details of a book, two books detail, and which book having a greater price, that book details will display here. Okay, this is one program. Then in a second program, write a program to declare a class staff. Here you want to declare one class staff. Then that class having a data members, name, staff name, basic salary, DA, HRA, and calculate gross salary. Okay. So here in this program, you want to define a class staff. In that staff class, you want to define a name, basic salary, DA, HRA, and another one variable, gross salary, because you are here you want to calculate a gross salary. Okay. Then by using a get data function, you can enter the name for the staff and basic salary. Okay. Then define another one function, calculate, which calculate the DA, HRA, gross salary. Okay. And after that you can write the function display, which will display the details of that particular staff, DA, HRA, and gross salary. That means display function displays the calculated salaries along with its staff details. Then you want to write a main function. In that main function, you are creating a object of a staff class, and by using a get data and compute and display function, you were here in a main, while you are creating a object of a particular class S1, then by using that particular object, you are calling a different methods written in the class, that is s1.getData, s1.calculate, s1.display. By using a object, you are calling a member functions that are defined in a class. While you are executing this particular program, you will get the output as, first you want to enter the staff name, then basic salary, then you will get the details, that is that particular staff name, then it will display the DA salary, HRA salary, and gross salary of that particular staff. Then what is the third question? Here you want to write the output of the program given here. Okay, this is your practical number 6. Refer the theory material for performing this practical. Unit number 2, classes and object. Okay, thank you.